More than 100 years of racing comes to an end in upstate New York. Highlights from the finale at the fairgrounds on this edition of The Race Report. Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of The Race Report. I'm Ron Hills. After more than 100 years of auto racing at the New York State Fairgrounds, the checkered flag dropped on the final edition of Super Dirt Week. For the past 44 years, Super Dirt Week has been the largest dirt racing event in the Northeast, and having covered it for the past 35 years, I will tell you it was the largest crowd I've seen in more than 3 decades. We begin Sunday morning with sportsman action and a familiar name in Victory Lane.
Looking them over through 3 and 4, they start to accelerate, and we are underway for the Sportsman Championship 30-lap feature event.
As Pecor brings them down the front straightaway, getting a push from Jimmy Spellman into turn number 1. That's going to bring James Michael Friesen to the 2 spot. And we have got A.J. Lloyd around here on the front straightaway. Caution flag is out immediately. As Aaron Jacobs gets by with no problems. But A.J. Lloyd, not the way he wanted to start his championship event right away. Rick Eshelman is right there.
Oh, yeah, sounds good. Okay, yeah, you can. Because just calling one alone is kind of. Yeah, no, that's.
Now we're going to green. Green flag is out. Down the front straightaway. They're going to run 3 wide down here into turn number 1. James Michael Friesen down on the inside, going to be shown as your leader. When they make their way through turns 1 and 2, Friesen going to lead the way down the back straightaway.
How about that power move, Dan Martin? Into the race lead goes James Michael Friesen. Ronnie Davis in position number 2. Shane Pecor in 3rd. A good battle shaping up for about position number 5. Murphy's in there in the 42 up the racetrack. Some drivers sliding underneath. I believe that's Rocky Warner with a power move down on the bottom of the racetrack to crack into the top 5 to complete lap number 1.
Warner does indeed take over the 5th position down here. He gets by the 27 of Jeremy Pitts as they make their way down here into turn number 1. And Pitts going to slide a little wide, leave some room down low, but he'll plug that hole back up. Now when they work off at turn number 2, the flying squirrel up into 5th spot, and he is trying to go forward from there.
He's pressing on Joey Ladouceur. Up to the top of the racetrack goes the 1J, now slides down to the bottom. This is where he made his move the last time by. Ladouceur gets a good bite through the middle of 3 and 4 by the 3/4 pole and will pull away in position number 4.
But up front it is James Michael Friesen. Friesen, your leader with the number 52. Shane Pecor, off a top 3 finish a year ago, rides in the runner-up position. Ron Davis rides in 3rd with the 32 car. Joey Ladouceur in 4th, and Rocky Warner rounds out your top 5.
Some drivers trying to move forward, but James Michael Friesen has this one figured out right now as he commands a 15 car length advantage through turn number 3 and 4. Some good side-by-side racing back through the pack. Jessica Power in the 52, moving up a few positions. Brianna Ladouceur doing the same right now.
Down here into turn number 1, and they go single file back through the halfway part of the field, and then they start to get racy. Some side-by-side action back here towards the 2/3 mark of the field as they work up here through turns 1 and 2. Jamike Soul up there in no man's land again, working off at turn number 2 that time. He dusted off the high side of the raceway, and he will now make an advance midway down the back straightaway as he is trying to work his way up through this field in the early going.
Well, we'll check the lap times as they come by and see if Friesen is indeed growing the lead out. It is by about 0.4 of a second. Now a battle shaping up for 6th as the 55C of Jesse Contras peeks to the inside of Jeremy Pitts. Yellow flag is out. Caution for an incident in turn number 4. And binoculars tell us that it is the...
Looks like Brianna Ladouceur over there.
Yes.
James Michael Friesen can see victory lane here within a lap and a half White flag will be out this time by.
The clean sheet will be in the air. Some of the drivers back in the pack really searching for bite anywhere off of turn number 4. But the leader works off of turn number 4 right now. Friesen will check it at the line. It was 2 seconds. I think that gap has shrunk just a little bit, but nothing to get too ruffled up about. With one more lap left to go, the lead has shrunk by a half a second. So Warner is closing in, but he's still a second and a half back.
Friesen going to work off at turn number 2 for the final time down the back straightaway, and he is riding up the track a little bit higher, a little more conservative. Rocky Warner going to put the push on here for the final lap. He has got his foot all the way to the carburetor right now as they go down to turn number 3 for the final time.
Checkered flag set to come out, but a 5-car length gap separates the James Michael Friesen 52 from Rocky Warner, and James Michael Friesen puts it into victory lane at Syracuse for the final time. Rocky Warner comes home second. Shane Pecor, another top 3 finish. Ronnie Davis comes home in 4th, and Corey Wheeler will round out the top 5.
James Michael Friesen, the cousin of 3-time Napa 200 winner Stuart Friesen, was disqualified in post-race tech inspection for illegal seals on his engine. Friesen was stripped of his win along with the money and the points, and was suspended for 1 year from all dirt car competition. That gave the win to runner-up Rocky Warner. Joe Murata has been on the microphone for all 44 editions of Super Dirt Week. He shared some of his memories.
Well, I'm happy to be here for the 44th edition of Super Dirt Week. I remember year number 1 when Buzzy Rudeman won it, and I got to tell you this, in all honesty, it doesn't seem like 44 years. The race cars have always been fast, but boy, the history has been just as fast. So it's been a great ride. I really enjoyed it. And like I said earlier when I opened up the program, this is not a eulogy here today. This is a celebration, and just looking absolutely forward to the entire weekend. I think the year that Danny Johnson won in the Freightliner car number 6, there was like 3 laps to go, going down into turn number 3. Danny let out a big puff of smoke, and I announced that he let out a big puff of smoke, and everybody standing around me and behind me kind of laughed and thought I was just trying to build up a climactic end. And when he come down off of turn 4 and down the front straightaway, he let out a stream of smoke. And then he completed the next 2 laps and blew the engine coming across the start-finish line. And I turned around to all the naysayers standing behind me and said, "There, I told you so." But they've all been great ones, and it's and you know the changing of the guard and the cars from the coupes to the coaches, to the Pinto bodies, the Vega bodies, the Gremlin bodies, and the bodies that they're running here today. That has been kind of exciting. And, boy, I got to tell you, it's going to be a great day out there, a great weekend. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the retro cars. Pat Ward is going to be driving a car in honor of his father, the Flying 42 car. Jimmy Phelps is going to be in a tribute to Maynard Troyer and to Mike McLaughlin in the number 6 car. The Matt Shepard car is going to be a 999 in honor of his dad. So it's going to be a great weekend.
More from Super Dirt Week when the race report continues.
You're watching the Race Report on Fox 40.
30 years of satisfied customers. That's the proud history of Brush and Pallet Auto in Candor. We have a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Here is this week's Car of the Week. We'll give you a $1,000 minimum trade-in, and we have financing options to fit your needs, including a first-time buyer's program. Think you can't afford it? We think you can. Check us out at brush-pallet.com or visit us in person at 598 Owego Road in Candor, New York.
Unicorn Electronics in the Valley Plaza, Johnson City has the best pricing and selection of audio, video, and computer cables in the area. Don't spend a fortune on that HDMI cable for your new HD TV or Blu-ray player. Unicorn Electronics has quality cables in the lengths you need at a price you can afford. Expanding your network? Unicorn has the patch cables and accessories to make it happen. When you need to connect, think Unicorn Electronics in the Valley Plaza, Johnson City.
Satico's Catholic Shop on Endicott's Washington Avenue has offered our Catholic community the finest selection of religious gifts, holy medals, rosaries, statues, and more. Visit Satico's Catholic Shop, Washington Avenue, Endicott.
98.1 The Hawk, Binghamton's hot new country. Number 1 for 20 in a row.
I'm Blake Shelton. But it sure be cool if you did.
Hi, this is Toby Keith.
Soldier.
Binghamton's hot new country. 98.1 The Hawk.
For 3 generations, we've been building world-class American performance.
Like the new Edelbrock Power Package Top-End Kit, based on Edelbrock's powerful RPM crate engines. Each kit includes aluminum heads and intake, cam and lifters, gaskets, and hardware to build your own 400-plus horsepower Chevy small block. For 3 generations, it's pure American performance from the leader. Call now for your free Edelbrock catalog.
Edelbrock makes them right here in the USA.
Welcome back to the Race Report, to Pro Stock action, and what a battle faced by 2-time winner Rob Yetman.
But a number of guys looking to take home their first Bronze Eagle. We'll see who it's going to be as we get ready to go. Off of turn number 4, looking for the initial green here in Pro Stock competition. Green flag is out. We're underway, and Yetman on the gas here on the front straightaway will lead them to the line.
Green flag is out. We're underway. 2 by 2 as they head into turns 1 and 2. And we got Dave Rogers slowed to a stop here on the front straightaway. And caution flag is not coming out. Dave Rogers able to get it going once again. And Rob Yetman doesn't worry about anybody else. He's pulling away from the field with already a 4-car length lead as we complete lap number 1.
So Rogers does clear the front straightaway. We remain under green, and it's going to be the green machine of Rob Yetman rolling down off of turn number 4 to come around to put lap number 1 on the board. Yetman will be your leader with the 7 machine. Riding in second is the 715 of Nick Stone. Stone comes down here across the line in second. Francois Adem back there in third. Luke Horning rides fourth. And the Bulldog, Dave Bissonette, your points leader in the series, rounds out your top 5.
The Mark Roy prepared car holds down the 5 spot. He's looking to get up underneath Luke Horning to take away that position. And he will do so as they enter into turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Rob Yetman, a comfortable advantage so far in the opening 2 laps, leads the way as the field brings it up off the corner. It's Yetman in control off the turn.
Well, there was a pass for fourth there as Bissonette did make his way by Cousin Luke, and now Cousin Luke is looking at a battle down on the inside as Jay Corbin will pull up even with him. We got a bunch of cars going side by side down here to turn number 1. They've got even rows back here to turn number 1 and 2, just the way they started back here just outside your top 4 cars.
Yes, they were 2 by 2 for about 3 rows deep. That's the way it goes in these Pro Stock cars. They love to run side by side, and they usually come out side by side as well. As they head through 3 and 4, it's Yetman in control, followed by Nick Stone, Francois Adem, and the 47 of the Bulldog. Dave Bissonette hustle up off the corner as they bring it down the front straightaway. 3 laps now complete.
Your new 5th place man is going to be Jay Corbin with the number 8 car. Corbin down across the line here with the Burt Crane and rigging number 8. Pete Stefanski, one of those 2-time winners now, just outside the top 5. The deuce of Stefanski making his way by the 2 of Horning. A pair of deuces going together, nose to tail. They're off of turn number 2. Watch those two cars as the Stefanski machine starting to close in on your 5th place running, Jay Corbin.
I talked to Robbie Speed earlier. He said he was trying to figure out whether he wanted to go for the win and charge hard or play it conservative and trying to chase the points. Looks like the points leader's just going after the win, so Robbie Speed's going to try to pick it up here just a little bit as he rides back in position number 9. I was checking the progress of Pete Stefanski. He started 12th. He's now 7th. but everybody chasing Rob Yetman. Wouldn't this be something for Yetman to win the final 3 back off 25 events here at Syracuse?
Yetman is coming fully charged. He's pumped and ready to take home that 3rd Bronze Eagle as they work their way down the back straightaway. We got some good close competition back through the pack as they work their way down the back straightaway. Glenn Forward, a runner year ago, runner-up finisher, going to work on the 24 of Robbie Speed, the Melonville Missile, down into turn number 3. They are right there off the left flank of Chucky Domblewski as they race for position off of turn number 4.
All right, him and Domblewski are going at it down the front chute and give the position to Robbie Speed down the front straightaway. He'll go after Luke Horning as his next victim. Meanwhile, up there, positions 5 and 6, we're going to find the 8 of Jay Corbin going at it with the 2 of Pete Stefanski. And Stefanski moving forward. He's on the back bumper of Jay Corbin down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, back through the field, you see Glenn Forward getting by Domblewski as Glenn Forward has now moved up into the top 10 for the first time here today, but Rob Yetman continues to lead the way at lap number 6. 5 laps to go. We got a car on the wall in turn number 1. That is the plane number 17 machine. Looks like Nicky Hild over there in turn number 1. He's right in front of the leader, and Nick Stone has taken away the race lead.
Nick Hilt Jr. made contact with the wall up here between turns 1 and 2. He scuffed the wall. Now your leaders are side by side, back behind the slower car of Hilt. They go to turn 3. Yetman steps on the line to the high side. He'll take the long way around up here all the way out to the wall. Stone goes with him, and now your 3rd place car is going to slip by to be your new runner-up. Stone has cut the right front down on the 715.
Oh my, what a change of events this is. Rob Yetman, the race leader. Now find Francois Adam back there in the 2 spot. This may bring the 47 of Dave Bissonette and Jay Corbin up into the top 5, and it does. And you see the problem with Nick Stone's number 715. He's trying to get it to the bottom, and he will do so. We will stay under green with 4 to go. Rob Yetman is the race leader.
Well, Rob Yetman in command as they work their way down into turn number 3. He's still got traffic ahead of him as they work their way up through the corner. Francois Adam, now your 2nd place man. He has got some ground to make up to try and get a run at Yetman as they come down across the line. 22 now go up on the board for your leader, Rob Yetman, and he is mired in traffic once again.
As they head into turns 1 and 2, it is Rob Yetman in control. Francois Adam, he could see the leader right there in front of him, about 2 car lengths off the corner. Francois Adam got a great run that time off the turn. He settles into the number 2 position as they head down the back straightaway. Jake Corbin now 3rd with Glenn Forward up into the 4th spot. As we watch the battle for the lead, it's getting tight in turn number 3.
Francois Adam has run down your leader. Adam now is only a car length behind Yetman when they come down off of turn number 4. Yetman's gonna choose a lane. Adam can see which way he goes. They come down this time to the 2 to go sign. It'll be 2 laps from Checkers this time by.
Keep in mind, no radios with their spotters, so they do not know how far behind Francois Adam is. Rob Yetman on the high side at turn number 2. Here comes Francois Adam to the race lead down the back straightaway. They're side by side.
Midway down the back straightaway, Adam has got to the door. He's trying to get to the fender. Now Yetman goes to the high side of the speedway. We'll see if he can carry the speed. Adam going to commit to the inside as they work through 3 and 4. They're side by side down off of turn number 4.
And the leaders are pushing Rusty Marston through the corner. Francois Adam to the race lead down the front straightaway at the white flag, Dan.
White flag is out, and the white car goes to the number 1 spot. Francois Adam gets by Rob Yetman. Yetman going to drive it in up on the outside. He'll try and take that outside lane up off of turn number 2. It's Adam down low, Yetman up high. They will park the slower car down the backstretch, and Yetman will go back to the point.
And Francois Adam sees the race go away from him in turn number 2. He's going to try to fight back in turn number 3, but I'll tell you what, Dan Martin, it looks like it's Rob Yetman off the corner. He may get 3 in a row.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd consecutive time, our only 3-time winner, the back off 25 is Rob Yetman. Yetman gets the victory. Francois Adam comes across the line in 2nd. Glenn Forward, what a charge Forward made to come up and finish in 3rd spot. Jay Corbin will finish in 4th position. The series point leader has a good day. He comes home in the 5th position. That's Dave Bissonette.
Coming up, a few highlights of the Napa 200 modified race. We're not going to show you a lot of it because NBC Sports Network shows it in its entirety, and as soon as that date is announced, you'll hear it right here on the race report. Billy Dunn was the early leader, but as the laps wound down, watch how low Friesen is running as he closes in on the checkered flag.
2 to go this time by for Stuart Friesen. Friesen all by his lonesome into turn number 1 and 2. He'll clear the slower car of the 31 of Jimmy Mayer. As Tremont still there, but he needs to get going. If he has anything for Stuart Friesen, he has to do it now. Friesen down on the low side of the speedway. Motors down the backstretch. He's got 9, make it 10 car lengths on Tremont. Tremont trying to close him in into turn number 3 and 4. Stuart Friesen will get the white flag. Joe Murata, take us home.
All right, they're going to be bringing it down out of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the final lap ever here at Syracuse. And Stuart Friesen, the Canadian, takes it down into turn number 1. Stuart leads him down in between turns number 1 and 2. He clears coming off at turn number 2. There is about 3/4 of a mile to go. The final ever here at Syracuse as they lay the hammer down, going down the back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, down into that tricky number 3 corner, we're going to be looking for the final checkered flag ever as Stuart Friesen out of Sprinklers, New York, is going to be bringing them down, and the checkered flag is out. Stuart Friesen is taking the win onto the inside. Kenny Tremont in the number 2 spot. Then it's going to be Jimmy Phelps, Brett Hearn, Billy Decker, and Billy Dunn rounding out the top 5.
.1, The Hawk, number 1 for 20 in a row.
This is Jason Aldean.
Hot New Country.
This is Luke Brown. And kiss tomorrow goodbye.
This is Charles, Dave,
and Hillary.
And we are Lady Antebellum.
And I don't know why you don't take me downtown anymore.
Binghamton's Hot New Country.
This is Carrie Underwood. Every tear soaked whiskey memory blown away.
Binghamton's Hot New Country. 98.1, The Hawk.
For 3 generations, we've been building world-class American performance.
Like the new Edelbrock Power Package Top End Kit, based on Edelbrock's powerful RPM crate engines. Each kit includes aluminum heads and intake, cam and lifters, gaskets, and hardware to build your own 400-plus horsepower Chevy small block. For 3 generations, it's pure American performance from the leader. Call now for your free Edelbrock catalog.
Edelbrock makes them right here in the USA.
30 years of satisfied customers. That's the proud history of Brush and Pallet Auto and Candor. We have a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Here is this week's Car of the Week. We'll give you a $1,000 minimum trade-in, and we have financing options to fit your needs, including a first-time buyers program. Think you can't afford it? We think you can. Check us out at brush-pallet.com or visit us in person at 598 Owego Road in Candor, New York.
Welcome back to the Race Report. Coming up Saturday, October 24th, racing returns to Shangri-La 2 Motor Speedway in Tioga Center with the Haunted Hill 140. Any driver who raced at the original Shangri-La Speedway or Tioga Motorsports Park in Owego are invited to be the guests of Buck Sharpstein and his staff for the Haunted Hill 140. Please contact Ron Hills at 607-727-9399 or Ron Hills at theracereport.tv to have your name added to the VIP list. Lap Money is growing in all 4 classes. For a list of lap sponsors, log on to raceny.com. You can download a poster with details of the Haunted Hill 140 at theracereport.tv. Champion Speedway in Owego wrapped up their 2015 season Sunday afternoon. We leave you with highlights from that racing action for the entire staff of the Race Report. Thanks for watching. Until next week, I'm Ron Hills, and I'll see you at the races.
Bonsignor and Meldrum having a good run here. Meldrum just seems to pinch him off on the outside. Here comes Bonsignor up the inside. Meldrum and Bonsignor looking real smooth here. Oh, Bonsignor might have just lost his bike. Bonsignor just had a bike problem. Dave Meldrum's away and gone. Meldrum looking real good. Nice job, Dave Meldrum. All right, here we go. Roger Roberts on the inside. Brandon Sturzenegger in 2. Dalton Oakton in 3. Andrew Clark in 4. Good start by Roberts. He's got control. Roger Roberts through turn 4 is your leader. Brandon Sturzenegger in 2. Oh, Raj goes down. Unfortunate for Roberts. Brandon Sturzenegger's your new leader. Putting some smooth laps together here. Sturzenegger is. Here comes Andrew Clark. Dalton Oakton and Clark having a good race. White flag is out. It's all Sturzenegger. Roberts is down again. Sturzenegger goes to the outside. Oh, hang on to it, Andrew. Wow, Sturzenegger hangs on for the win. All right, here we go. 5 riders, 6 laps. Joel the Bull leads him into turn 1. Mikey Buman's coming underneath the ball. Adam Middle in 3rd. Here comes Buman in middle. Here comes Donald. We got a good race going on here. Great race by Middle and Donald. Mikey Buman in the lead still. Oh, Adam Middle was putting a great show on. He went a little wide. White flag, and we got Buman and Donald, 1 and 2. Oh! Mikey Buman takes it.